This is Candace here, and I'm coming to you today with an unboxing. Let me let you see where it's from Amazon. Oh, it's not going to show it. But this is from, let me cover my address. And just turn it around this way. This is from Amazon. Okay, so I'm excited because I have a book club. I started a book club. First, it started off with two people, me and my best friend, and she, and now it's grown. It's grown to, it's four of us now. So we read a book every single month, and the last book we read was Oprah Winfrey. One Thing I Know. What was it? Was that the name of it? One Thing I Know? I think One Thing. No, What I Know for Sure. What I Know for Sure. That was the name of Oprah's book. And it was absolutely amazing and life changing. And I learned a lot from the book. And I took away from the book and I tried to follow the book, like follow some things. So what I got from the book is gratefulness. I'm just gonna be more grateful. Like even like for my mom, you know, for my kids being healthy, for me not being in a wheelchair, you know, it's the little things. So I want to be more grateful. I want to live in the moment. I want to create my own reality. I want to keep negative energy away from me. So yeah, those are things that were in the book, and those are some of the takeaways that I got. And they were things that I've been doing now, but it was just really like, it was real confirmation. So this is the next book. Oh, excuse me. I don't understand. She came by my door and proceeded to make all that noise. Like, why? You have your own room, girl. In any event, the last member to join the book club, he is a guy. And this is the book that he chose. It's called 400 Souls. And who is it by? A Community History of African Americans, 1619 through 2019. So this should be interesting. So the guy who picked this book, he was like, oh, I'm torn between a few books, so I'm gonna let you guys know the topics of the book, and then I'll just let y'all choose. And I was like, that's not how. That's really not how this works. You choose the book that you want to read now. We can't choose the book that you want. So he narrowed it down to this one, and he chose this one. I'm excited to read this one because it just gets me more open-minded. You know what I mean? Like, I know what type of books that I like. Do I have any right here next to me? Yeah, I have the Michelle Obama book here. I have the Cicely Tyson book. I have this other book that I don't know where the heck it is. Okay, so right there I have my celery juice books. I have my Michelle Obama book. I have my Terry Wall's book, and there's another book that I had about manifestation and stuff like that. It's called Don't quote me. I think I showed y'all what it is before. But I just want to get inside someone else's head to see what they would want to read, and just to be open-minded to see someone else's view on things. So yeah, I can't find my book. I'm looking for it. Nope, it's not here. I wonder where that book is. Now that you, oh yeah, and another takeaway that I got from Oprah is the spirituality part. It was like aha, because I didn't I didn't have answers that I wanted to have. So no, what happened was when I first started off on my religious journey when I was like 20 in my 20s, I had questions, but they got answered when my eyes were open and I took that history class that really exposed what the religion was, the origin, questions that I had, like, you know, that I would ask, and my pastor would be like, don't question God. Don't question God. Don't have itching ears. Those are the responses that I got. So I had those questions asked, and then the other question that I had was like, I knew that I'm not an atheist by any means. I believe that there is a higher power. I believe that there is a there's something that's bigger than you and me. I believe in that, but I just don't believe in it. I just don't believe in I don't believe in it being one God, a God who just is in your thoughts, and you have to be this way, and you have to worship him, and you have to, like, today, for instance, like my husband, he's Muslim, and he's with that praying 6 times a day. So today, I'm asleep, and I wake up the kids to get ready because they go to school today. Excuse me. And I wake up the kids, and they get dressed, and they go downstairs, and I get back in bed because while they're on and my other girls are asleep and they don't wake up till 10 o'clock, so I knew that I was going to get some of my rest in. My husband, who doesn't, who works from home, he usually sees the kids off. And he says, can you, he wakes me up again out of my sleep and says, hey, can you go downstairs for the kids to put them on their bus because I can't do it because I'm praying. I don't think we have a God like that. I don't think we have a God who needs to be worshipped 6 times a day and you have to go to him, and I don't believe that. Oprah said, which I truly believe, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Not the other way around. We're not human beings and trying to find. We're spiritual. You know, that's why I really resonated with the line in her book where she said, I am spiritual. And it's this, I am. It's me, you know? And I was like, oh my gosh, because a lot of the times when I meditate and the way that I'm living my life now, a lot of the things are intrinsic. When you're too close, it's intrinsic. I really love this little chain. I really, really love it. Yeah, so this is my next book, and we have to read 5 chapters. the first 5 chapters. So you're gonna read the first 5 chapters, and let me just give you a little synopsis of what the book is about. It says it right here on the little side. It says the story begins in 1619, a year before the Mayflower dropped anchor off Cape Cod. Dropped off anchor. Sorry. The story begins in 1619, a year before the Mayflower dropped anchor off Cape Cod, when the White Lion disgorges some 20 and odd Negroes onto the shores of Virginia, inaugurating the African presence in what would become the United States. It takes us to the present, when African Americans, descendants of those on the White Lion and 1,000 other routes to this country, continue a journey defined by inhuman oppression, visionary struggles, stunning achievements, and millions of ordinary lives passing through extraordinary history. 400 Souls is a unique one-volume community history of African Americans. The editors, Ibrahim X. Kendi and Keisha N. Blaine, have assembled 90 brilliant writers, each of whom takes on a brief period of what 400-year span. The writers explore their periods through a variety of techniques: historical essays, short stories, personal vignettes, and fiery polemics. They approach history from various perspectives through the eyes of towering historical icons or the untold stories of ordinary people through places, laws, and objects, while themes of resistance and struggle, of hope and reinvention course through the book. This collection of diverse pieces from 90 different minds reflect 90 different perspectives, fundamentally deconstructs the idea that Americans in America are a monolith. Instead, it unlocks a startling range of experience and ideas that have always existed within a community of blackness. This is a history that illuminates our past and gives us new ways of thinking about our future. Written by the most vital and essential voices of our present. This sounds interesting. This ties into the gratefulness part, because in Oprah Winfrey's book, she said, if you are a woman born in the United States of America, you are, like, you're lucky. And then I had to think about that, and after reading her book, I watched someone's video, and they showed the Mexicans coming over to America, like, illegally. And I said, we're just blessed to be here. Like, I have to be grateful for being here. You know, being an American is such a good thing. Good, bad, or indifferent. You know, I'm glad I'm here and I'm not in a third world country. You know, because my husband, he came to me one day and was like, because he went to my mother's house or something, and he washed his hands in her kitchen sink. I always tell him don't do that. I always say do not wash your hands in the kitchen sink. Go to the bathroom. Like, so he came to me and he was like, oh, why didn't you tell me not to wash my hands in the kitchen sink? I was like, I always told you that. I always tell you that. Like, where did you grow up? Like, I was like, you wash your hands in your kitchen sink? And he was like, we didn't have a sink in our kitchen. My mother had to go outside to cook. He's from Gambia. He's from the country Africa. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. You know, like, that's something to be grateful for. Like, even as small as the sink in the kitchen. It's just something to be grateful for. So, yeah. I'm excited about reading this book. And I will keep you posted. Thanks for watching. Bye.